Come on in. Good morning and welcome to Transwest Truck Trailer RV. My name is Katie O'Neill and I am so excited about today's video. This is absolutely a find. Anyone in the market looking for the best motorhome available on the open market with all of the most amazing features, welcome to today's 2023 brand new Newmar King Aire. So Marlon, as usual, I like to start my videos from the inside out, so please go ahead and take her on back. I cannot tell you how excited I am to have Marlon back today. It's so nice to have our regular crew having a nice vacation and to have the best cameraman stand in for Jody available. Yeah, that's right, a little fist pump right there for Marlon Bledman. You know, my name is Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live from Transwest Truck Trailer RV. I come to you every Monday at about 10:30, and we come to you 5 days a week with a truck, a trailer, and an RV video. Today's video is a super treat. This is one of my very favorite RVs to film. We have it, we brought it up to actually show a client this vehicle versus another 2023, which he ended up taking from Fountain. So we have 4 locations at Transwest Truck Trailer RV, and we only have a few 2023 King Aires left, so this is a real treat today. So today we're looking at a really cool floor plan. This is the 4521 King Aire. And one of the reasons I'm so excited about this is because it has a lot of the same features that we have in our more popular, it's going to be a dinette side on the port side versus the starboard side coach. So this coach in the 4521 actually has the dinette on the starboard side, so it's on the passenger side doorway, and it has the best window configuration you've ever seen. But what's really cool about it is you still get things like this beautiful 50 by 34 shower. So you've got all of the room here in this shower that you have in your other coaches. I'm pointing to Marlon. He's looking at us. He's reading a text on his watch, folks. So, so this shower is really fantastic. And one of the things I really like about this coach is I love, for instance, this linear drain. I love this really small, baby, almost chiclet size subway tiles. And then the chevron tiles in the veludo interior, which is this coach's interior, are silver. So I really love all of the gray tones. So the Stratus Rift Oak wood trim paired with veludo gives you this all gray interior. And as you can see, you've got this really nice suede finish to this Rift Oak. So it's very, very sophisticated looking, but it's not gaudy. Another thing that I really love about this veludo interior is this quartz countertop. So of course in the King Aire, it's the only model you'll get that has a solid quartz countertop. I have the underlighting going today. This coach right now, we only have on the accent lights, so you can see up here where we have our ostrich ceiling, and then also over here where we have our cathedral ceiling. Of course, a trait known to anything Dutch Star and up on the Class A line by Newmar. This cathedral ceiling, though, with this accent lighting is just absolutely gorgeous. And then the other thing that I have lit is the backlit mirror. So all of these things are really nice. As you'll note, though, I do have puck lighting in the ceiling. These little LEDs I don't have on. I like this nice soft glow. This is one of the features that I really, really enjoy about this coach. And then you'll note that we have outlets on either side for his and hers. And then over here we have all of these little silver leaf panels that we can control things with. But it's important to understand, if you wanted to turn your ceiling lights on, you could just do a light dim. You don't have to go all the way up or all the way down. You actually have adjustable lighting in your ceiling, so you can get them nice and soft. Another great feature of this coach, of course, is that we have all of the carpet lined medicine cabinets with in here, so you can keep your hair dryer or your flat iron plugged in. Another great feature in this RV that you don't find in most is going to be that when you open this door, the lights not only turn on, but they're inset into the actual clothing rod. Now, of course, we'll have the safest standard in this model. It's optional in a lot of other models. The other thing that you're going to get in here, of course, is this upgraded wood interior that's going to help you with any kind of like moths or anything that you might have. So if you're storing things in this closet, this cedar will help you in the long term with pest prevention. And then, of course, on this side, we can see a really good example of all of that we call shoe cabinets. and then all of this adjustable shelving. So this is just a great feature. Another nice aspect of this though is that there is a few outlets in the closet. So if there's anything that you'd like to charge or keep out of the line of sight when you're away, you can go ahead and keep those things in here. And of course you can control this entire coach with the My Rosie app. Now, when you close this is what you're going to do to keep it from sliding open while you're in motion. But I really love this tweed effect that they have inset into this closet. Again, the decadence in this coach is pretty much second to none. Now, below us, you'll see we've got this beautiful marble floor. So the King Aire has all marble flooring, all quartz countertops. It's the only one that does. And they even heat these floors, including this engine cover, which is back here. So that brings me to some things that we should definitely cover today. We're always trying to get better, but one of the things that I, try to specialize in is making sure I provide you with a lot of information. And I've realized that in walking through the coach and talking about things as they come along, I might miss the opportunity to tell you about things starting from the back moving forward. So for instance, this engine underneath this cover is a 1,950 foot-pound torque engine. It is the 605 horsepower. This is the X9, that would be the that would be the L9. That would be my engine. No, this is the ISX 15 liter. So there's the ISX 12 and ISX 15. So this is the big engine with 605 horsepower. It's got a 20,000 pound towing capacity. It's got a 2,000 pound downward rating. It's got a 12.5 kilowatt quiet diesel generator in the front. It has let's see, what else am I missing? Hold on, I've got them all written down. Oh, okay, so this is 165 gallon fuel tank with a 15 gallon DEF tank. And that's going to be dual fill on each side for both of those items. And then importantly, we used to have 16 batteries in this coach. We now have 2 batteries in this coach, but they are lithium ion battery packs. So in replacing them, we went from 10 kilowatts of power to 30. So we've tripled the amount of power in this coach. It allows you to run up to 2 air conditioners without being plugged in, which is a really big deal. We do have a Xantrex, second Xantrex inverter that is dedicated to running those air conditioners. And when you have this on an Essex or a London Air or a Mountain Air, for instance, you can only run one AC. The King Aire is the only one that has that huge amount, 2,500 amp hours of battery storage between those 2 batteries. So those 2 battery packs allow you to run 2 ACs going down the road, or if you're boondocking and you want to get things going, you can go ahead and get your coach nice and cool off, which is a really cool feature. This is also the only coach that's going to come with massage and ventilated seats. So some of those differences here. The 6 sensors for the lane departure warning system are also new for 2023. So you've got blind spot assist, as well as Mobileye, as well as adaptive cruise control. So all of these things make this King Aire better than any other coach in the marketplace. And the 4,000 mAh Allison transmission that comes standard with heavy haul towing is really going to be the thing that allows you to bring anything that you want down the road with you across this beautiful country while you're seeing all of these fantastic parks. So as we talked about a little bit earlier, this bathroom comes standard with a rain shower. It also comes standard with the AquaView system, which will preheat that 105 gallons of fresh water for you before emptying into that 80-gallon gray water tank. It also has the teak bench standard, which is going to give you 250 pounds of weight available. And then above that, you'll see that we have our conditioner, shampoo, and body wash dispenser as well. Another nice standard feature is going to be this egress door that you see behind us. This is a great place to either unlock, so you can bring your linens in and out before your camping trip. I can attest to that. We just got back from camping on Sunday. It's really nice to be able to dump everything out of the rear of the coach. Another feature I really love in the Voluto is actually this wallpaper, and you can really see it again with this accent light package. Now there's 2 accent lights in this coach. I have both of them turned on, but they really are very nice when you can see this great framing on this Lamborghini. The other thing I really like about this coach is it's just got a little bit of sparkle, which ties throughout with all of the chrome finishing. You've got your touch sensor for your Dometic flush. Of course, it's a porcelain potty. If you'd like me to install any kind of bidet. I've done that a number of times. I would be happy to help with that. And then as you can see here, really nice cabinet storage. And again, tons of room for all of your linens. If you've got big beach towels, you can keep those underneath there as well, or in that back cabinet on those shelves. And then you'll have your full extension drawers here. So these 6 drawers are really handy, but you'll notice there's all of this dovetail finish on all of them. So just a really, really nice feature of this coach. And then as you can see here, it says motion sensor enable. I can actually set this coach so that as I'm walking through it, the lights are turning on and off for me as I go through the vehicle. Another great feature of this coach is one of my favorite things. Not only do you have the rope hook right there, but next to this we have a 240, and this is a Whirlpool. So we used to have the Bosch. It was kind of complained about. People said it didn't dry as well as it could. We were able to move to this 240 watt dryer and washer for a short period of time. I have to tell you, Whirlpool no longer carries this product. So this 2023 is one of the few places you can get this washer and dryer set in this coach. So it's very nice. A lot of people love that washer and dryer. We're really sad to see it go away. But you know, that's how it goes in the way of the world. If they don't make it, you can't have it. That goes for the 8 kilowatt TV in the front too, just so you know. We've gone to our 8 kilowatt, 8K 50-inch television. Now we're down to a 4K in 2024 going on. So just nice to have some of these nicer features that are only available in this 2023 model. And what's really cool about this is both Spartin and Freightliner updated their chassis in 2023. So even though this coach is a 2023 and there are 24s and 25s out there in the marketplace right now, this coach brand new will have all of the features that both the 24 and the 25 have as well. So all of those updated features, including that new front end, which is really important. So great option. And keep in mind, this coach had over 100 new features starting in 2021, but in 2023, they came through with Spartin again and added a bunch of new dash controls, a bunch of new safety features. So all of these things are super nice to have, including, well, this isn't new, but this is my opportunity to say hi to Marlon. I love the full length mirror. It's really funny. I went camping with a girlfriend from San Diego this weekend in our Superstar, and I found myself trying to stand in front of the half mirror or in front of my sliding glass closet door, and it was challenging. You know, I couldn't get a really good full length view of myself because in my coach the bed's in the way. So I know that these are little features, but they're nice little features. Speaking of nice little features, how about a fireplace here in your in your master suite? I love that. I will cover these drawers. As you can see, I've got that down lighting again. This is all, again, accent lights. But look how nicely that illuminates. If you're keeping your jewelry somewhere, maybe your wallet, your sunglasses, all of these in these nice drawers. And then as you can see, nice deep pocket drawers as well. So for a coach that's very demure, it has a lot of storage. And then, of course, huge storage up here. And again, adjustable shelves. So depending on what you'd like to keep there, plenty of room. And again, we've talked about this nice granite surface, but also these pop-up outlets throughout the coach are really decadent. Definitely a higher end finish than we find on most of our coaches. Again, this is a 4K smart TV, and it's all pre-wired right here. So you've got anything that you need to put in here. If you want to put your Xbox or anything else, you can get all of that in here, nice and easy. And then here you'll see this 10-inch panel. So this is another benefit that you're going to have. We've added some panels throughout all of our coaches, but in the King Aire, you actually have the ability to go through your camera system. We also have the optional security system. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can really see the lights there. I don't know if this is flickering like it does on some of the videos we take, but whenever you're using this type of system, you will see that it flickers. It's not flickering to me, but it's just because of the pixelation and the way the camera's working. It may look like it's flickering. It's not. So I wanted just to make sure I address that. So 17% or 18% freshwater, black and gray are at 0. That's probably winterizer, to be honest with you. You've got all of our, you can see our generators on, you can see our inverters are off, you can see what's going on, so we're charging that battery, it's pushing back into it. That's our gen. We can actually start and stop that generator right here. We can see all of our water, we can turn our water pump on and off, do our autofill here, also outside at the bay, all of our climate controls right here, turn our block heater on, And then our battery system. So again, this is a really big deal. So 1,260 amp hours of battery per battery. I mean, this is just a lot of juice. 2,500 amp hours of battery is just unheard of. I love coach mode. We're in outdoor unplugged. That is accurate. We can set everything according to whatever we're doing. Our floor heat, we can control all 3 zones. Awnings. So this is a really cool feature. So you can control all of your awnings out here. You can just push rear main out and you can put out your awnings. So this is a really nice feature that you have all of that access on your panels, not only here in the front of the coach, but also in the back. And then your lighting, you can also control all of your lighting per zone. So you can see what you've got set. And if you want to turn something on or off, you can do all of that right here from the center control panel. And then the vents, of course, we've got one in the kitchen, one in the master, and one in the stool room. These are fantastic fans with rain sensors. We can unlock and lock all of our doors. So you can see our entry doors are unlocked. And then let's go ahead and, oh, you know what? That's funny. I know that these are all unlocked, but we're going to have Avon. If you hear me, go ahead, please unlock those or open those bay doors. Avon's behind the scenes controlling the backside of this whole video. And then lights we covered, and then cameras. Again, so we'll go back to where we started. So this camera system is a really cool feature, again, where you can see what's been done and not done. So I know, for instance, Avon has not gotten to those doors yet because I would be able to see them looking down even. So just cool features there. Again, another fantastic feature of this coach, take a look at this. So you got a wireless charging dock here. Put your phone down, this will charge automatically. You heard that little beep, that means it's working. And then here underneath, and this is actually something that started with a King Aire that we've continued through some of our higher lines, you have your outlets here and a nice place to have your storage for your water bottle or anything else that you like. But one of the things that you don't get unless you ask for special, how shall we say, special additions, which we can do for you, is this little outlet that's right here on the outside underneath if you have a CPAP machine. So really nice feature there. And then you've got these 2 10-inch extensions. Sometimes they're 11, sometimes they're 10. So we've got about 20 inches of extra table space up front. I can't wait to show you the table. It's really special. And then as you can see, we've got the air mattress as well, standard. So his and her setting. But something that you just don't see very often in any coach is this huge, beautiful window setting. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop our shades up right now. So we'll go bedroom. Look at this. So of course, power shades throughout the coach, but look at these windows. So one of the things that happened with King Aire in 2021 is that we went to this beautiful aluminum surround bonded window, giving you a really, really magnificent amount of light coming into this coach. So we really love this feature. But in doing so, we removed the ability to have fresh air in the coach because none of the windows opened anymore. Well, guess what? In this King Aire, you can actually open this bedroom window and get all of that fresh air circulating throughout the coach. So I really love that feature of this King Aire. This is a really nice feature. A lot of people, of course, when you're camping are looking to have that fresh air, but when you're going down the road, you want that nice quiet drive down the road. Now, of course, we have our beautiful pocket doors with the metal inlay insert in both of them, giving you that just higher level of decadence. Also, we've got our wall sconces, which is beautiful. And then let me go back. I think my lighting, accent lights on, accent lights to, oh yeah, so just turn them up a little bit. So you can see, I just turned these accent lights up really brightly, but you can see you've also got that same glow that I like throughout the coach coming around all of these windows as well. And then Marlon, if you wouldn't mind, just flip around, come over here where I'm sitting. So over here, you'll see we've got this farm style bathroom door. So this is just a really cool feature of this coach, the farm style sink, the farm style bathroom door. And then also this is a great way where you could actually still see those accents that we have on the slide out covers. Just really, really pretty, really decadent, really well made, and just lovely coach. Now, as we come here into the front galley, this is a 22 cubic foot Viking refrigerator. So of course, we don't have Viking on any of our other products. This is the only place you can get this fantastic refrigerator. And talk about decadence. I mean, This thing is so much nicer than my refrigerator. I mean, this is just gorgeous. And then all of the adjustable shelves, we've got them stacked here, but you can move them over here depending on what kind of height you want. Now you've got a water filter here, but keep in mind, in this coach, you also have a UV water filter. So this is a really, really nicely equipped RV with the ability to not only go places that you want to go camping and have, you know, all of the luxury, but also to have it safely, to have UV treated water is just a huge decadence. This is for your ice dispenser, and then tons of storage room down here. We also have that Dometic outside, so we've got another freezer refrigerator combo, but no other coaches have a place to store all of your Jello shots. I mean, that's important. Yeah, Marlon's nodding. That is important stuff. You got to have your priorities straight. So Marlon, come around this way, and I'm going to open up this pantry. So in 2023, we went to this system where we now have storage at the bottom of your pantry for your pots and pans. This is huge. You can fit 2 frying pans in here, a big quart pot, all sorts of stuff. You can fit your cooking sheets. Of course, you've got this big 30-inch Viking microwave and convection oven. So if you want to make cookies or anything like that, you've got all the storage there. And then you'll see here, when this coach is put into drive, this little bar comes out and goes in front and locks these in place. But again, all of your pantry cabinets are going to be dovetail. Very, very nice. And as you see, you open the cabinet, they go on, they turn off as you open those doors. So just another great feature. And as I mentioned earlier, this is one of the major effects of this coach. So we have moved your kitchenette from the passenger side to the driver's side, and we still have a ton of deep counter space. The way that we've gotten out of having the pop-up or the outlets up top and having cords hanging down, we have pop-up outlets on the countertop in both corners. So there's one here, there's also one here. And again, this is that same marble that you had in the back bathroom. You also have that here in the front in the galley. We still have our inserts on our cooktops. These are so much heavier when they're solid granite, but they're covering our really nice Wolf induction cooktop. And one of the things that's really nice about this induction cooktop is that you have a really large burner and then a smaller burner. So if you're somebody who's going to be frying eggs or making bacon, you've got definitely a little bit more cooking room here on this cooktop. So, and then that matches or ties into this guy right here. So here's that Viking microwave. And again, this microwave and convection oven is really roomy, very, very nice. It has all of your convection features that you can actually broil here as well. It's got keep warm, so if you've made something and you want to keep it warm until everybody gets back from their hike or whatever, everything is right here. And all you have to do is push this little button right here, and everything goes up and down automatically. Here, of course, we have adjustable shelves once again. So if you've got a coffee pot or a toaster oven you want to keep in here, plenty of room. Very honestly, you know, one of the things that's missing in a lot of RVs is storage. This coach actually has very usable space. As you can see, you can get all the way back here to this back of this cabinet. And again, this is going to be all soft close, and these are again adjustable. So if you did have any larger appliances you want to keep here, you could even just remove this shelf and have everything stowed up here above as well. Now I've got 2 of our sink covers stowed down below. As you can see, this has got a nice little attachment here that keeps this from sliding out, because this is a farm style front sink, which is just beautiful. All of your appliances, of course, are the state of the art. There is still that pour and spray feature. You've got a water dispenser, once again for that UV treated water here at countertop. And then here underneath, you can see where I've got all of the covers for the sink stowed. We've got our nice stainless steel trash can. Our Newmar books, of course, we probably wouldn't keep there. We'd probably keep cleaning supplies. But one of the features I really love about this coach, which I think is so funny, is if you're cleaning it, they give you this little caddy to take around with you while you're doing your cleaning. And if you want it to be up and more accessible while you're cooking, you can even put it at a higher elevation. So this is just a great little addition. Of course, the King Aire has every single luxury available to it. And then here, oh, there we go. We've got our Fisher Paykel dishwasher. This Fisher Paykel, of course, is tried and true. We use this in all of our products. But then above that, we have still a really big silverware drawer. This is a great placement for this. So this is a place where you can keep all your spatulas. Everything that you need to cook is right there where you're going to be working. And then you'll see we have like the remote for our Bose 900 soundbar. We have a remote for our beds. We have the remote for our awnings. We have the remote for our soundbar outside. We have the remote for our TVs. So we have all these remotes everywhere, right? Well, guess what? This coach comes standard with a universal remote. So you can put them all into one setting. That way, if you do leave one somewhere where it doesn't belong, you can always just use that universal remote. And then I do try to keep them in the rooms that they're relevant to. So again, huge storage down here. Honestly, this is one of the best kitchen layouts that we have. And then you'll note that in the insignia on inside of all of these drawers, they have the finish that says King Aire. Can you see that, Marlon? So once again, very, very special coach. As I mentioned earlier, I'm doing mood lighting throughout this coach today because I really love the way that this sets the mood. But take a look at this lovely dinette. What a pretty setting. And one of the things that I wanted to show today, and I'm going to do it right now because it's good timing, is these windows are really what this floor plan is all about. So if you've never seen this before, this is definitely one of the most incredible views you'll ever be able to have coming out of a 45-foot, 11-inch long RV. This is just incredible. The only other RV that I've ever seen that has windows that are like this is honestly the Prevost, but they're not on the party side. A lot of times there's a kitchen still on the party side of the Prevost. So King Aire's ability to give us not only a kitchen that is fantastic in terms of function, but this layout where you are able to see all of the vistas and all the views, especially while you're eating breakfast. I mean, what an amazing feature to be able to look out these windows and just see everything. Another thing that's really interesting about this coach that I'd like to talk about, I have a lot of petite ladies that tell me that the seats are too low in some of the booths. This booth is so comfortable. The seat is nice and high. It's really, really comfy. You have a huge buffet with our power outlets at both ends. We've got one here, one here, and one here. So you've got them throughout the entire line of the buffet. So you can keep anything that you need to plugged in, but you can keep your flowers out, you can keep your napkins out, and you can keep your French press, your butter, whatever you like. And then if you do have friends over, you have, again, that extra 20 inches of space here at this dinette. But these booths, the way that they're designed, this booth is very, very comfortable for 4 people. So even without the insert, I think you'd have plenty of room. And then there's a ton of storage. This is the deepest storage I have seen on a pullout under a booth. So this is where I would definitely keep all of my placemats. I mean, all of my dishes, all my bowls, everything would just go right underneath here because that's a ton of room. And then back here in this little cubby, we have our central vac system. And then we also have access for our hoses right here. So if we want to be able to clean that, great location. Now, again, I have all the mood lighting on in here. I don't have any of the ceiling lights on. I love the in-mirror lighting. That's just going to make it so much easier to get ready in the morning. All the little chiclet tiles above that gorgeous pounded metal sink, which of course matches the sink in the rear. The touchless Dometic flush. And then I will come in here behind you, Marlon, and open up all of these cabinets so we can see them. So we've got the central control system. In 2025, they did a really nice job at highlighting this feature of this coach. But to be honest with you, here in this King Aire, all the wire housings are very well organized. They're bundled nice and neatly. Everything is labeled with a label maker, so very easy to read. And then here we have a ton of storage space hidden back here that you wouldn't normally expect to see. And then of course we have our great, I don't know, can you get in here, Marlon? Our great storage area here for all of your cosmetics. So if you're the one that gets up early in the morning, this would be a great place to put a nice magnifying mirror so you can do your eyebrows and, you know, get ready for the day. So this would be just a great place to keep all of your things. Plenty of room for like a little makeup bag if you wanted to, and then all your toilet supplies, toothbrush, toothpaste, etc., etc. So great location here in the center. And of course, this is that famous pivoting door that we have, which allows us to have access to this mid-bath while we're in motion. So really nice bath and a half model with, like I said, the most amazing visibility ever. Now, as you can imagine, if you're trying to watch a movie and you were sitting in one of these really amazing pull-out recliners, now keep in mind, this furniture is not synthetic. All of this furniture is made by Williamsburg in Indiana. You can see this gorgeous top stitching here. This is all full leather furniture. But let's just say you're trying to catch a little bit of the afternoon, there it is, game, and you wanted to be able to, you know, see the Broncos score all those game-winning touchdowns. Wouldn't we all like to see that? We can go here to systems, and then we can go ahead and hit theater mode. And have no fear, all of those pesky big windows will be put away nice and neatly for you with, again, this is the last year of the 8K smart TV. So you've got your 8K smart TV with your Bose 900 soundbar. All the lighting sets automatically. All the shades drop automatically. You are ready to rock and roll. Of course, this would also be a nice way to be able to get your coach ready if you had company that might be spending the night. I know you're to say, spend the night. Where would they be able to do that? Well, very easily. We've got this cool, because this is a theater seat coach, or I'm sorry, a recliner seat coach. You have this really nice bed over here. So it's a trifold. If you watch my videos, you know one of my very favorite things to have is going to be cushions that are connected. They're much, much easier to store. I think I've sold 6 or 7 King Aires at this point. And out of all of them, the Voluto's always been my favorite. But I have to tell you, I really like the fact that, you know, this has both something that a lot of people ask for, which is that theater seating or the recliner seats, but still has a nice area for you to be able to have someone, if they're popping in. You know, my girlfriend just came up from San Diego. We spent the weekend camping. There's a few seat belts back here as well. But what's, oh, you want to sit? Want to show that? You can show those. But so what's just so nice about this is the ability to be able to have her come and stay in our RV. We spent the whole weekend up hiking, barbecuing, going out. We tried a new restaurant called Ember. But this is a really nice place to be able to get some shut-eye. And so if you do have company come into town, it's really nice to know that you've got a comfortable place for them. It's also really nice that when they walk in, there's no way they're going to look at this and go, oh, this has plenty of room for me to spend the night. So it can be by invitation only, not by assumption. Because honestly, you can't even tell, especially with this big puffy seat cushion, that you are in a coach that has an extra bed. So that's just nice. If you had grandkids, that would be plenty of room for them. Or even you could have your kids here. There's a lot of room here on the floor if you wanted to put an inflatable twin mattress for a few little ones as well. Just really overall very smart design. And then again, I just love having these cushions so easy to stow because they are attached. Okay, so this center here is really nice. One of the benefits is it's mounted into the floor. It's super solid. Now, something we don't talk about a lot in these coaches is the construction. So this ceiling height is actually 85 inches. If you want to just pan down, Marlon, and just show down the center, down the side, how actually tall this is. This is 2 inches taller than any of the other coaches that we have. And the reason that is because this whole entire floor, so all of this beautiful wood tiling is set below on top of a flooring that is actually 2 inches thinner because of the high quality build of materials and the marine grade insulative properties than any of our other coaches. So of course, you know, when you are spending King Aire money, you want to make sure you're getting all those difference, not just in the amperage that you have in your batteries, you know, but also in the amount of headroom that you have, and the amount of luxury that you have in the interior of this coach. This coach just feels so roomy, so elegant, so big. And one of the nicest features about this is, even though this is a very monochromatic finish with this beautiful gray porcelain tile floor, again, which is heated, but with this veludo interior, with this cool granite countertop, and with this beautiful stratus suede finish and all the mirrored lights, you really have a coach that has a lot of depth, a lot of definition, and it's bright and cheery in here. It's so lovely inside of this coach. But one of the things that we don't talk about, all of our furniture is actually mounted to the floor. It's not mounted on top of tile. And the way that we do that is, when we build this floor, we use, of course, again, higher materials in the subfloor of the King Aire above our star foundation. But we have cutouts. So this is mounted directly to the subfloor. It's not mounted on top of the tile. So it gives you this nice, rigid, stiff surface where if you had a bowl of guacamole and some chips, you're not going to have to worry about it titter-tottering like it would on top of the theater seats, but you still have these really nice seats. And what's interesting about these seats is, because of the fact that we have more floor, which is what gives you the full tile floor, we're going to be able to turn them around before we bring the slides in, giving you extra walking room. So yeah, you heard it here, not just regular walking room, but actually more than you would get with theater seats, which is pretty cool. Another feature I really love about this, of course, somebody asked me if these are heated and cooled. They are not. I don't know that many people have coffee that's not in a thermos or an insulated cup right now anyway, so they wouldn't be able to go through that, but they are really cool and glowy. And then I guess you could put all of those remotes in this drawer. There's a lot of remotes. You'd have to get one of those camping blankets. I don't think that would hold like the kind of blanket I have. Again, look at this beautiful, huge bay window there. They added these front windows for some of the other products. This was actually a new floor plan for 2023. So this has got all of the cool standard features. Down here in the back, you can see there's actually a place there, though, still to charge your phone or your iPad. Of course, that's something that's built into the theater seats, so you're not lacking it here. But again, you can just slide this in, and we're going to have even more walking room here than with others. I've got a few people that have talked about how they like to have these come out so they can put like a nice reading light behind them. And again, there's some outlets right there, so you could very easily do that. So for those of you that want to sit and read a good book while you're on vacation, great location to be able to do that. Of course, we do have our overhead reading lights here. And then keep in mind, all of these LEDs are set inside of this ostrich finish on the ceiling, once again, with this really nice soft suede, and you can see this underlighting. This is just left over from when I had the theater mode deployed, but very, very cool front galley. So this is the design featured ceiling, which is designed so that you don't see all of the returns and ducting that we have throughout it. But it's just so cool because it really ties in and matches all of the other sophisticated looking features throughout this coach. Again, this is probably my very favorite color combination on the interior. It was really easy to pick out the outfit for the day. And then Thunder on the exterior graphics is also really awesome. I can't wait to show that to you. We'll see that in just a few minutes. But before we do, let's talk about, so this is the optional extra large seat. Again, this is all by Williamsburg. I loved all of the detailed tufting on the armrests as well as on either side of the flanks. And then again, massage, and then heated and cooled. So you've got massage, heated and cooled recliners. I mean, that's like nicer. I don't know. I know a lot of people have some nice recliners in their houses, but I don't know a lot of people that have like air conditioned or heated recliners on top of it. So pretty cool stuff there. I'm gonna go to systems and just drop this TV down again, because I want to just really hit home with this. If you don't understand what the benefit of this floor plan is, plenty of storage room in your kitchen, plenty of storage room for your pots and pans. It's something that certainly has been lacking in some of our floor plans, not in this one at all, but then even a place to keep all of your glassware. So everything that you need from cooking to coffee cups, and you know, because if you've got a dry bar and you're looking for a whiskey glass, you don't necessarily want to go underneath where your plates are. So everything that you need right here in this kitchen area where you're getting ready for breakfast, just a really, really fantastic layout. And again, look at this view. This is just so impressive. Lots of pretty coaches here, folks, by the way. We have a lot of really nice inventory. So if you are in the market for a coach, catch one of our remaining 2023s. We just sold, I think, another 2024 Dutch Star, so I think that we're out of 2024s at this point in time. But you know, we've got a few really good opportunities left in the store in this 23 product, which again, after you have all your modifications done with Spartin in 23, there's no reason not to go ahead and save some money and get a really cool, you know, RV on the all new chassis. These are going to be your controllers for your awnings outside. I don't think our awnings are out right now. I'm going to try that again. Gets a little windy here during the day. I'm just going to go here to the Girard setting and hit out, and we'll see if they deploy. Sounds like they're going. We also have awnings, armless awnings over all of these windows in the front and on the dining room and on the living room side. So you've got two different awning sets if you need. They're going out. We'll see if they stay. It's a little gusty right now, folks. A little gusty in Colorado. Okay, so let's talk about some features that are here in the front that are really important. Just so you know, I have 7 pages of notes on this. So if I miss something, I'm really sorry, but I tried to like make sure I cover everything. I know that if you're looking at this model and you're seriously considering it, this video is very important to you. Keyless start with also memory programmable seats. So one for you, one for your significant other, and one for me on weekends. No, I'm just kidding. Those are all for you. Power windows. Oh, I don't have the chassis on. Let's go ahead and do that. So I remember one of my very first King Aire videos, we couldn't figure out why we couldn't start the coach. And it was because I needed to hold the monitor or the key closer to the thing. Is that on? No, we're not on. Let's go ahead and start her up. There we go. Okay, so one of the cool things about this coach is going to be the fact that we have, we've got TPMS sensors. So, oops, where am I? Right here. Air leveling. You can do auto ride, high ride, or low ride. So that's going to give you adjustable suspension going down the road. You're also going to have the ability to change your brightness. We have water in our fuel is what it just told me, I think, on our messages. So that's good to know. There we go. So, but cool stuff. Like these are the kinds of things that we can fix if we know about them. And it's nice that this coach can talk to you. So under settings, you can set this if you want to be in units that are good for Canada, for instance. Sean, that's going out to you. I've got a gentleman that is very interested in a 21 King Aire. I'm hoping he might consider this 2023, but you can set this to Canadian. And then comfort drive, which is really nice. You can actually now control your comfort drive setting with your steering wheel right here. So you can actually turn your comfort drive up and down with just a touch of the button without having to go all the way into your settings menu. So that's new for 2023 once again. Your trip computer is going to tell you what kind of mileage you got, how much mileage you have until you're empty. You can see that all of the baggage doors are open right here, so you can actually see the step is out, the baggage doors are open, so there's actually a nice little red display. So if you just had one open, for instance, you'd be able to know that you need to go out there and close that door. And again, TPMS sensors on your coach so you can see all of your tires. And then I know we talked about this earlier, but we've got adaptive cruise control, we have mobile eye, and then we also have blind spot indicators that you can see here on the mirror. And then when I turn my turn signals on, you can also see that I'm moving over. So that's great for anybody who's next to me. They'll be able to see that. And then in 2023, we went to a better, brighter headlight as well. So we've got that going for us. And then our camera system. Oh, let's go to menu. Oh, I'm gonna have to turn this on and off. So reset. Our camera system though is really cool because it's actually got predictive drive for us as well. So you can actually see the direction in which you're turning. And I know that doesn't sound like a big deal, but this morning when I was getting this coach ready to come over for video, it was really important for me to be able to actually see this. Turn power on, turn power off. There we go. For anyone who's not familiar with what I just did there, it's really important to understand on a coach like this, there is a SAM unit and a bus that is running everything. And sometimes it's really important for you to go ahead and launch your system so that you can actually see what you're doing. If you don't do that, you may not have your full engagement. Let's see, nav, camera, Bluetooth right here. So you've got your Bluetooth settings so you could actually manually contact somebody. I'm not having a lot of luck with that, so we're gonna go ahead and pass that. So this camera system again has predictive backup. It also has your lane tracking package here, and it's also here on your dash as well. And then over here, you'll notice that we have our Kurt Spectrum brake integration, but we also have something called heavy tow on and off. So if you have your heavy haul on, what it's going to do is inflate those rear airbags. So again, you've got a 20,000 pound towing capacity, but you can inflate that rear airbag. So if you've got a lot of down weight on that, it's going to give you a much nicer drive down the road. You've got your battery boost, you've got your air horn, which is going to give you like basically a train horn. Power window. I was going to show that to you earlier, but I didn't have it on. And then auto high beams. That's again another new feature for 2023, which means your lights are going to go up to bright and down automatically. They're also automatic headlights, which is a great first feature for us. We have our parking lights. We also have our fog lights. And then we have, again, memory control here. We can dump our tag. We can turn our engine brake on and off. And the engine brake has medium, high, and low engagement. And again, with that ISX 15 liter engine, you're going to have a lot of engine braking on this. The 4000 mH Allison transmission once again, and then this HWH computer leveling system will automatically dump your rear tag and level your coach for you so you don't hyperextend your front jacks. But also that is the aspect of this coach that allows us to have full-sized baggage doors with the dinette on this side of the coach. That's never been done by Newmar. It's the first year we've ever been able to do that, and again, that is because of the HWH hydraulic leveling system. So pretty cool feature there. You'll notice this little Williamsburg, I've got an iPad holder installed today for your desktop. That is something that you can choose different features that fit into that little hole right here. So this little guy is removable, so you can take that in and out. So if you didn't want to have it there, you could certainly remove it. We've got a wireless charging pad here, as well as air conditioner controls. And then we've got, of course, our navigation system, and then we've also got our step cover. So let's go ahead and do that. So really nice step cover. Again, very, very clean entrance. And then one of my favorite features about this coach is the way that they've done the screen door. I love this integrated screen door instead of having one that you have to open and close. I think that that's really, really nice. You can also change your patio lights to different colors. So if you wanted to have amber patio lights instead of the brighter white color, you could do that for sure. And that would give you just a little bit of a softer glow while you're sitting outside underneath those awnings. The only awning that's still out is the door awning. That's kind of funny. Oh well, what are you gonna do? And again, in a coach with all of the bonded windows, it's really nice again to have another opening window here so you can get that fresh air coming throughout the coach. I get a lot of people who are complain about the fact that the King Aire doesn't have opening windows. Well, you don't need a whole lot of opening windows to have that fresh air smell. You just need to have one or two that let the air through. So by opening this front window and then that bedroom window, you can certainly get that ventilation coming through the coach. The bathroom windows are also opening as well. So we've got 4 solar panels on top of this coach. So this is nicely integrated into it. We've got our wine guard. So we have our auto razor. We also have a Wi-Fi system here for you. We would be happy to integrate Starlink for you if you'd like. And then as you can see here, we've got all of our controls. What we're gonna do right now is bring our slides in. So I'm gonna wait for Marlon to get turned around. And we can go ahead and see all of the walking room that we have going down this aisleway. Nice and slow. Always remember to roll your driver's door forward. You don't want to get yourself, a strong one. You don't want to get yourself stuck where you don't have the clearance and you pull off these nice slide covers. I actually did that. Broke a wine glass. Slide seems to be okay, but you know. All the little oopsies you have going down the road. Speaking of which, in little oopsies going down the road, something that you can get from this dealership and no one else. Remember I told you about that walking room? I mean, look at how incredible this is. Newmar has some of the largest furniture and the biggest slides, so our walking room is usually compromised. This is a lot of walking room. You can be flat-footed the whole way through, all the way back here to this rear bathroom, and you could still vacuum the coach. So you have access to the bathroom, you have access to your pantry, you have access to the entire coach, you have access to your freezer and to both sides of your refrigerator. All of these things are accessible here with the slides all the way in. I'm bringing in all of the slides today. I really want to show off the exterior of this. Again, this is called Thunder. So Thunder on the outside, Voluto on the interior. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous coach. And I'm so happy it's going back down to Fountain tomorrow. So I was really excited that I could catch a video for us on the in-between. And I am going to put the slide cover back in place. Always a good idea to put things away before you finish your video, because if you don't, you might be driving across the parking lot and hear something go kaput. And I'll tell you, one of the things about these cool sink covers and island covers is that they have storage, because this skittering off and landing on your tile floor could definitely be an uh-oh moment. Don't worry, we have a few panels of extra tile down below. But like I said, I know that when you're looking at these videos that are longer, that you're probably really trying to learn as much as you can about this coach. And that is just something I cannot emphasize strongly enough. You know, Marlon, I'm gonna do something kind of weird. I'm gonna turn this on really quick because I want to open up and show that 12.5 kilowatt generator. But I have to have the coach on to do it. And then I'm gonna come back through. Missed phone call. It's excited. Let's see if I've got her on. I've got the generator on for sure, but so I'm just gonna do this really quick. I know that for you guys that are tuning in, this is kind of loud, but it's really nice to be able to show off. Another benefit of these coaches, I mean, so I've got so many people that are still rocking 06s and 07s. These coaches are going to be on the road for a long time. So just really nice accessibility to that. Again, 12.5 kilowatt generator, easier for service. You know, they have like all new chrome tips on the outside as you know, throughout the coach, you know, in 2023, which is a nice feature. The soft closed doors are a big feature. Again, this is that blind spot assist that you have on both sides of your coach. And then your mirrors for turning left and right are actually integrated. The cameras are integrated into the mirror. And then again, auto dimming headlights, but also brighter headlights for driving at night, as well as fog lamps and parking lights for when you get to the park a little late. Maybe you had a nice hike and pulled in after hours. Now back to HWH. So HWH is what's allowed us to have this slide with the dinette on the passenger side. We're also able to get an elevated TV. Now I talk a lot about how I like having my TV down in the lower bays. That is because I camp in peasant class. I have a Super C, much like the one behind us over here. I cannot take that coach into any of the higher end motor coach country clubs across the country. But there's a lot of country clubs that do have bar stools and cabanas And this is a really nice placement of this television, and once again, that's available because of the same company that gives us this fantastic HWH hydraulic leveling step. Now I'm going to go inside here real quick and just turn everything off so it's nice and quiet. Now I can turn my generator off from here, and I'll turn my coach off. So everything's going to be nice and quiet. But I wanted to show on your way in and out, this goes all the way down to the ground, so really easy accessibility. And then also you'll see here we have a security light. So when you come in and ring the doorbell, you can actually see who's standing outside waiting to see you. So it's a nice feature on this coach that you have your security light. Of course, this glows at night. I have to tell you, we went camping this last weekend, and I was like looking up at the little glowy handlebar when I was coming back they had live music down at the campsite we stayed at. But it was just so nice to see like where my door handle was. I knew right where I was going. Not that I had any drinks or anything. Again, 2023, we are down from 200 gallons to 165 gallon fuel capacity. Sorry about that for those who love that 200, but it's still a lot more than my 100. And I'm sorry, we got one awning that came partially back in. My awnings don't like to stay out in this kind of gust, but you can see here, you can see that there are lights in this full patio awning, as well as this awning that's up above as well. So you've got two full-length awnings on the outside of the coach, and then this this passenger side window with both those huge panes of glass, and then also the bedroom also have their own lighting and their own awning, which is a great feature. In 2021, we went to this tweed bay coverage, and it's interesting because I order a lot of coaches where they're like, oh, we can get them rhino lined or we can get them carpeted, but can we just get something that would be both? This is both. This is a great material. You could spray it clean. It's going to be nice and quiet going down the road. Great material, great offering by Newmar. And then of course, all of your slides. Now, if you watch a lot of my videos, you know I'm not a huge fan of these power slides because they take so long to go in and out. But they are 1,000-pound weight rated. They do go out to 60%, so even if you have your slide fully deployed, you can still get to the middle of them. The shelves that they added in 21 up on top to give you better accessibility to putting your stuff down and just extra storage. Great new feature. And of course, that's because this chassis rail is raised up above the chassis rail. So, or this foundation is raised up above the chassis rail. So there's really no pass-through available past that point anyway. So this just kind of defines for you how tall you can have something that can go all the way in and out and makes use of this extra storage in the front. As you saw there, we've got our vacuum liners, our vacuum hoses, as well as our porcelain tile. These are just extra tiles for you in that wood plank tile that we have. And then when I close these doors, you'll see that they're really nice, soft closed doors. So when I bought these shoes, and I was really hoping they'd come in the mail because this nice pewter silver color is throughout this coach. So this Thunder has this beautiful pewter silver, this metallic black, this gold, and then this alabaster mixed into it. Very easy to maintain, very striking. These are the traditional graphics for the King Aire. As I mentioned, we have a ton of sound bars out and around this coach. There's another sound bar here. And then of course your 43-inch Samsung Smart TV. Again, the only 8K is going to be in that front bay. The rest of them are going to be 4Ks, just like that one. But of course you don't need to have satellite. This has all the satellite on top of it. So if you do want satellite, it's already equipped. But we could very easily add Starlink as well. So again, this is the back of your Oasis hydronic system. Keep in mind, this is an 85,000 BTU hydronic heating system that you get in the King Aire. This is the only RV that we offer to this. The only other place I've ever seen that hydronic system is in a Prevost. So our Emerald level Prevosts that we carry here have that same BTU output. This Dometic is super cool. Oops, wrong side, Katie. The CFX was offered, I think we started this in 2023, but really nice. You can adjust both sides, all your programming's right here anyhow, and very smart to turn it sideways so that you could have all of the room. And then you can also use the same plug that they have for it right there for your paddleboard. So if you wanted to have your inflator for that, you could do that. And then because we've got our TV up above, we've got plenty of room for all of our top shelf and mixers. So the great place for a mixing station or for tire shine, whatever your preference is. But then over here on the left, you'll see a little hose that comes down. That is because this coach has very much what is a patio on top of it. And all of the water is designed to run out of those hoses so that you don't get drip or runoff coming down. Again, just nice suction close. These are the only two doors that pop up. Of course, they're holding our lithium-ion battery banks. So you can see that right here, so easy access. And there are actual fans cooling these bays because these do tend to get a little bit warm. Again, another side blind spot monitor. Now keep in mind, 365s in the front and 315s in the back, but these wheels pivot now up to 17%. So your wheel cut in the rear went from 10% to 17% in 2021. And this has got a 292-inch long wheelbase, which is actually shorter than my Superstar, which is a 40-foot coach. So really small turning radius, really able to get into those tighter spots when you're getting into a campground. So if you've got a nice tight spot that you love that's got tons of trees and it's hard to get into, this is the coach for you. Now you'll also see that we have our security lights outside as well as our overhead cameras. So those are some of the cameras that we were seeing earlier. And then that is what a bonded vented window looks like. So that's vented there in the rear bath. We also have a vented window, and then we have the bedroom and then in the front as well. So you've got 4 opening windows. So with that great amount of power with that 12K or 12.5 kilowatt generator, as well as your lithium-ion battery bank, you can get plenty of cool air going through the coach and plenty of suction bringing in that fresh air. Especially, you've also got those 3 fantastic fans. So back here, we've got a 15-gallon depth tank. This is dual fill. But these little air lines up above here are actually allowing you, sometimes if a coach sits for a while, a lot of the coaches that we have that are big like this are sitting at nice parks that people are flying into. Maybe they're storing it down in Indio and then taking it up to Montana for the summer. However that is, if you get there and your airbags are too low, you can actually manually inflate these so that they can get a read and then get back and set themselves automatically. So nice feature there. Of course, these are our chassis batteries. You can see our on and off switches right here. And then, oh, I don't know if I can do this without having the engine on. I probably should have left that on. It's just so loud. Yeah, no, I can't do it. That's your engine cover. It's hydraulic, but I would have to have the engine on to be able to open and close that for you. Sorry, can't get it all. Smoked rear taillights. Again, K3, 605 horsepower, 1,950 foot-pounds of torque. A big ISX 15-liter Cummins. Pre-wired for Voyager. Your air brakes are already integrated, so all you've got to do is get that Blue Ox system and stick it in the hole. You're ready to go. 20,000 pound towing capacity. Rear view camera. Man, is that a sexy beast. Look at that. King Aire from the back. Again, this is the Thunder traditional graphics. Absolutely gorgeous looking coach with the side radiator. And then there's your rear egress door. And then there's, again, that window that opens in the bedroom that is bonded. Again, access point here to your 15 gallons of DEF. This is a great place to keep a spare gravity hose. This coach comes standard with SantaCon, so you don't need a gravity hose if you don't want one. I would absolutely keep some gloves in here though for when you're fueling diesel or fueling DEF. And again, here's the other side of that Lithionics system. So this is your other side of your Lithionics battery bay. And again, the output with these is just incredible. Now here we get to the center here. So you'll notice that we have Delta appliances here, or faucets, I should say. So your outdoor shower is hot and cold as usual. It's just a little bit nicer system than we have in the rest of the coaches. Everything on the King Aire is just a little bit nicer. Very similar function and operation. So you've got your low point drain. You've got a power water reel. You've got a whole house water filter. You've got black tank and gray tank rinse, which is super important, I think. Very cool feature to have. But then also you'll note here, we can go here, and I think I have to be on to do tilt, but you can actually tilt this coach so all the sewage runs to one side. And this is a great feature. So this is going to be not just on the King Aire, but also on the Essex, on the London Aire. But that's that tilt feature, and again, that nice digital display. But you don't have this on anything except for Essex and King Aire. This is your mana block system. This allows you better differentiation. If you had a leak in a faucet and you were on vacation and you didn't want to have to get it fixed, you could literally just turn off that zone of water all out here with that mana block system. And again, this is your SaniCon system. The grommet for putting it out is right here underneath. You would also be able to run a gravity hose if you wanted to do that. But next door, we're going to find our 50-foot power cord on a power reel. Go ahead and I just love those suction doors. It's so nice. And then also a surge protector, very easy. One of the nicer features is that this is right here. So instead of being like mine is, where you have to reach in and under the bay, it's right there on the outside of the door. Again, we'll just see how this kind of raises up because it's lower, than that way the slide can still have full accessibility. And then when you close it up, just suctions closed nice and easily. This is the other side of those Easy Glide trays. And this is the height of your baggage doors if you didn't have the HWH system allowing us to have the dinette on that other side. That's why that was such a big deal. But as you can see here, in the Essex you get the squeegee. In the King Aire you actually get a power washer to get the bugs off. And again, there's your UV treatment center for your water, just giving you the ability to go even further out there into the wilderness. Got a guy coming in for service right now. If you don't know about this, if you take a look down the way here at our campground, you can do same-day service here. If you're a full-timer and you're living in your coach, or you're just making a really long trip and you'd like to come in for service, we have 50-amp plug-in, we have water, we have sewage, we have everything that you could possibly need to get your coach serviced while you're on the road. And then again, we have a gentleman by the name of Bill Habercorn. And Bill is so cool because if you have questions while you're camping and you've got something that you can't figure out, you're more than welcome to give him a call and he can answer those questions for you while you're on the road. So it's just a really, really cool feature to have a 24/7 specialist, and he is like a walking RV encyclopedia. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we already opened up that 12.5 kilowatt generator bay for you because it is on a hydraulic slide powered by HWH. So you would have to have the coach on to use any of your hydraulics, including your leveling jacks. I guess not including your steps. Your steps work with or without. But this is a great place to lead us. It leads us right here to stock number 5N220651. Again, this is a beautiful Thunder 2023 4521 King Aire being offered to you here in Frederick, Colorado. My name is Katie O'Neill. I'm coming to you live every Monday. Please let me know how I can get you out on the road and camping.